Welcome to Moms on the Rocks. We are Jodie from RealiTV Podcast.
And Carrie from Sip and Shine Podcast.
We are two women, two friends, trying to be not just moms while careering, carpooling, and cocktailing.
With heavy emphasis on the cocktailing this weekend.
Yeah, it is Friday. What do you have on the rocks, Carrie?
Oh man, you stole my thunder. I was going to totally ask you yours because I know what yours is.
Okay, take a guess. I want to see if you're right.
Packing for Disney.
Oh, well, that is true, but I'm talking cocktail right now.
Oh, do you have a rum chata?
No.
Really?
I'll give you a second guess.
Iced coffee.
No, it's Friday, Carrie. I have vodka with my Diet Schweppes tonic and just lime juice from the little squeezy lime because I'm not classy enough for real limes.
See, I thought that you were, when we were in Chicago at the hotel and you ordered that, I thought you were all like shay. I was like, I do not order big girl drinks like that.
Is that really a big girl drink?
That's a big girl drink. Yeah, that's like an adult drink.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I feel so fancy now.
Yeah, where I'm like, I avoid saying half the wines because I don't think I can pronounce them properly.
No, you don't need to. You just need to drink it properly. So what's on the rocks with you this week?
I'm drinking a Coke. I'm sharing a Coke with Danielle right now.
A Coke with Danielle?
Yeah, you know how they always say like Coke, share a Coke with somebody? Coke and Jack, Coke and...
I've never... Are you talking about like the can with the name on it?
Yeah.
They are still doing that?
Yeah, they are. Or either that or it's last year's Coke. I have no idea.
Either that or... Well, that's probably alcoholic at this point if it's a year old, right?
Yeah. So get this, okay? I'm already coming in on fire on this episode, and like I'm trying to tap dance and sound all upbeat when I really got I'm kind of on fire.
All right, give it to me.
Okay, so my birthday's in 2 weeks, right? And
that means mine's in 2 weeks and 4 days.
Yes, exactly. So we're coming around the bend, right? And so Mike was asking me what I wanted for my birthday, and I gave him a list, and basically it's all like self-maintenance stuff that I don't want to spend on myself, but I'm trying to get myself back in order. I said, I really want to get more clothes because I'm going to more events now, going out, for networking. And so I need things that are a little bit better fitted because I'm obviously I've gained 30 pounds in the last 2 years. So nothing fits me properly. I feel like I've given up on clothing or like how to dress my body. And so I was like, I want things that are more fitted, like pants and, some nice tops that maybe are like tighter through the boobs, but like kind of cover up the waist. Like I don't want rolls, It's
the hardest thing to find, right?
Yeah. And he goes, babe, yeah, of course. But that means you're not giving up, right? You're not like settling, right?
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, meanwhile, I'm going through this whole like inspirational thing where I'm saying like I'm trying not to cry right now. And I need to start learning how to enjoy the journey and not just focus on the end point where I always feel like if my life is not exactly how I want every area, then it's not okay to be happy or be content or how to be mindful. Like I'm always driven on like a goal. So
right.
No, but I want to be able to enjoy my body and enjoy the process to getting to the body that I want. And this is part of it. And like wearing something that I feel good in makes me want to like run more or work out more. And he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. And I was like, well, yeah, you kind of did. Like, he's worried that I'm like going to get a couple cute things and I'm just going to give up. Like, really?
No. Well, first of all, he's a guy and guys lose weight so much quicker and easier than women. And second of all, I don't think guys have the same thing that women do, exactly what you said, where if you feel like crap or if you put on a shirt and you're like, God, I hate this shirt, but I have nothing else to wear, you feel like crap the rest of the day. You could have a winning lottery ticket and you're still going to feel like shit.
Yeah. So I'm just like, just having something to wear because I have to go out. Do you know what I mean? And not feel because I already feel self-conscious enough as it is in my skin,
Right. Well, everyone does. You're not alone in that. I mean, look at all these beautiful women that their husbands cheat on them and all that kind of stuff. Everyone's got their thing. Even the most confident people, I feel, still have their hang-ups. But whatever he says, this is a total therapist move here. We're going deep, Carrie. I remember a therapist telling me forever ago, it's always like, that's his thing. You don't have to own that. That's his thing. If he wants to think that, that's fine, but you don't have to think that about yourself.
Yeah, and like it's always got to be, because I think he's so type A and so overachiever and perfect with everything work-wise. I think he has extremely high standards. So even if I reach a goal, it's always like, well, you could have ran faster or you could have done more with this. It's always like pushing that bar higher, you know?
Well, that's total projection, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about psychology, that's projection.
Yeah. So that was my little thing right before we got on. And
Can I ask you this? Because I was watching the first hour of 90 Day Fiancé, which TLC like hides it on their website. You can actually watch the first hour a couple days before it premieres on Sunday night.
No way.
Oh yeah. And Molly was on there, and you know, Molly, she's got her bra shop, and it started making me think, like, when was the last time I went and got bra and underwear? I don't think I've ever had a matching set of bra and underwear.
I have had matching sets, but I got bras from her bra shop, and she put me in a 32, and I found that like my skin was bunching up, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think I'm a 32, you know? So now I need to get new bras. And he's a little salty over that. Like, I spent hundreds of dollars on these bras, but they're like tight.
I will give you an easy fix. Go on Amazon and look for, here's a little trick. It will save you so much money. Yeah. Go on Amazon. You can order a pack of as many as you want, and they're just bra extenders. So it's that little thing in the back.
Yeah.
And it gives you like, I mean, there's some that have an extra 8 clips or 8 snaps or whatever, and they come in like 2 snappers, or if you got big boobs like me, they have like the 4 snappers.
Oh, okay, cool.
It will save you so much money.
Yeah, because I have like these they're really nice bras. They really are, but I just saw the bra extenders. I think my grandma had those. I got grandma boobs now.
No, but you know what? I got some, and like for my black bra, they have a black one. So it blends right in. It's not like you're going to have some crazy flesh colored elastic ones, although I do have some of those too. I love talking about our fake friends, our celebrity friends. Like wait, you didn't finish your 90 day. Oh, the Molly thing Yeah, no, I was just going to say, it just made me think, like, I think if I were to ever have a matching set of bra and underwear, I think I might feel like a whole new woman. I've never had that.
See, my grandma always told me that when you're depressed or a setback, you go out and buy yourself new underwear. That cures everything. My mom instilled that in me too. Don't cut your hair because you'll regret it. You go buy new underwear.
Okay, now where do you buy your underwear?
Target.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you're talking like fancy shit like Victoria's Secret.
No, Target. I did take Mike's credit card and bought a bunch of stuff from Victoria's because they were having a sale. So, but if I'm buying it, Target. If he's buying it, I go order online. Okay,
but are you doing like the Target underwear on a hanger, or are we talking Hanes Her Way, Fruit of the Loom?
I know, I heard your little Fruit of the Loom thing, and I wore those in basic training, and I had to iron those. So I don't wear the granny panties like you wear.
They're not grannies, they're hipsters.
No, I buy those for McKenna. No, I buy the Molly, I think it's like O'Malley brand, and it's in the front where it's, the little drawers, or not the drawers, but the little cubby holes of underwear.
Oh, aren't you fancy? You're like the Julia Roberts, like big, huge.
You're super.
I'm in the back looking to like make sure that the bag, no one has disturbed my 8 rolled up pairs of underwear.
Yeah, and then you're like, I better get that free bonus pair, not just the 6 pair, but I want the bonus pair.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I've never gotten fancy underwear. Maybe that should be something I look into. I just don't have time for that.
You're on the rocks this week.
Well, see, my underwear drawer, okay, this is going to be the last I talk about. I think this is the most I've ever talked about underwear. But to me, when I was packing up to move last year, I'm going through my underwear drawer, and it was like a timeline archaeological dig of my life. Thing. I was like, oh my God, I had underwear in there from my honeymoon when I got married, because I wore it once and it was just like in there. I'm like, what is this?
No, I have the same thing. I started finally throwing stuff out when I realized how many times you wore that by your cha-cha, and then you've washed it and the threads are retaining, whatever. Like they say, change your sheets or replace your mattress, whatever. Yeah. But if you think about it, I had the same thing going, and I was like, it is time to let go. You are worth a new pair of underwear.
But you buy pants from a resale shop. I cannot do that because someone else
I do. It's vintage. It is not resale. It's vintage. It's classy.
Vintage yeast infections? No way. You know how many farts have been filtered through that denim and crotches rubbed on there?
You'd be surprised some of the really cute little jackets and stuff I get too. That green jacket I wore when I was around you was vintage.
No, jacket is different than pants.
Mm-hmm.
You disagree?
They're cute. They're cute. But I got a good breaking story for you.
Okay, breaking story. Let's hear it.
Besides your underwear, because now I know what I'm going to get you for your birthday. Karen was trying to get me to get you Heather McDonald tickets when she was in Chicago. Now I'm like, scrap that. I'm getting you underwear.
No, I probably won't fit in them. I'll be like, what the hell is she thinking? A large?
No, I'm going to get you the same as me. I get an extra large.
Like she knows damn well I'm a 2XL.
Okay, so I like to talk about people because I don't talk about my friends. I talk about the celebrities. Now, I don't want to talk about politics. I just want to talk about how this reflects real life, okay?
Okay.
Don Jr. got caught with that chick that is the, I can't say her last name.
Aubrey O'Day?
No, Kimberly Guafoli.
Who the hell is
Some
that?
chick that's on the news or something.
Kimberly Guafoli?
Yeah. So it's this chick that he was like in pictures with his wife back earlier this year. And she had been seeing Anthony Scaramucci last year.
Oh,
Did you hear about this chick? Yeah. So she had dated him when he split with his wife, and now she's with Don Jr. So I'm curious, were they seeing each other before Vanessa filed? Because everybody said that Vanessa was waiting for her family to like sell that stock or get that windfall and then get rid of him. But now I'm wondering if he like cheated on her again and she's like, I'm out. But there's pictures of them, him and his wife and her smiling earlier this year at like events and stuff. And now he's like banging her.
Oh, well, a smile means nothing. I 1,000% believe that he cheated all throughout the marriage.
And he's like the guy that like cheated and he has like a hot wife and he's still like, you see it a lot in DC where he was the dork in high school, and now he gets a little bit of power or money or whatever. And then, they get the hot wife, but they still are kind of douchey, like that insecurity or that misrepresentation of what they think they deserve. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because Vanessa definitely was like cuter than he was,
Well, remember he cheated with Aubrey O'Day too?
I know.
And she dated Pauly D from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I saw him on Infamously Single. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
Sometimes you get a little behind on the shows.
You know what? Was that the same one with Brandi Glanville?
Yeah.
See, that's why I didn't watch it. I cannot support anything she does. I just find her a tragic human being.
I'm sad because she's always talking about her ex. Like, that's her brand now. And she's usually popping pills. You can tell she's on something. I don't think people naturally talk like that.
Yeah, there's just certain people like the Kardashians, Brandi Glanville, where I just, for some reason, my head and my heart don't agree. I just cannot do it. Now, a Tori and Dean, I would be all over that.
Oh, I used to love Tori and Dean, like, when their show very first came out and she was pregnant and they were trying to build that bed and breakfast with like 2 bedrooms.
And the big plot line was, will they get wallpaper or will they not? It was In Love, right? INN.
Yeah, and I wanted her and the Gunkles.
Oh, yes.
Like they needed their own spinoff show. Like, why did they not get a spinoff?
They were on something on Bravo. It was like parents who are uptight or something. There was some special that they were on. I forgot what it was called. But speaking of cheating, do you believe that Dean McDermott cheated on her or no?
No, I think that was a press thing. Just like I think that the John Cena thing, there's new pictures of her with a dude and they're like taping with like the big microphone in her face. And I'm like, this is so sketched. I think the Tori thing was definitely for... You think he cheated?
Oh, I don't know. I really did at the time, but now it's always in retrospect that I feel like the biggest idiot.
Yeah, no. You're like a little gullible.
I am. I totally am gullible.
But it's really sweet though. Like I thought I was pretty gullible. Like if people at the work, like they'll joke around with me and like tell me to go start their car. And I'm like, oh, where's your keys? Like I'm pretty gullible too, but you make me feel like I'm jaded.
You have to remember who I was raised by. I remember the story of my mom and dad that accidentally stole a car.
No, you got. I know the story, but I don't think you've ever told the listeners.
Well, he reminded me of saying that when you said, I'm going to go start the car. So yeah, my mom and dad were at this event and they walked out to a car and got in, and my dad tried to get his keys all the way in the ignition. And he's like, oh, they aren't going all the way in, but the car started, and they're driving home. And he's like, I don't think this is my car. My mom's like, what the hell are you talking about, Jack? Of course it's your car. And they're halfway home and he is like, no, this is not my car. So what does my mom say? Oh, just go ahead and drop me off at home first and then go bring it back. So they just proceeded to drive this hot vehicle home to drive my mom home. He drove back, parked the car, went and found his car, and then went home.
So who of your parents are you more like?
Oh, God. That's a hard one. Probably neither.
You don't have any traits of either one.
No, I probably am like my mom, but she's way more adventurous and less cautious than I am, which is why I'm so uptight and I'm anal, because I'm like, oh my God, Mom, don't walk in the middle of the street without looking both ways. And she's like, whatever. They're not going to hit an old lady. Where I'm like,
it's really funny where she was like, just take me home and then you can go take it back.
Oh yeah, she doesn't give a shit. And she still doesn't. Like they did not even tell anyone about this incident. Like they didn't even think it was a big deal. And we're like, wait, what? Like, you drove a stolen car, kept driving it, and then went back, and we're just like, oh. So what we think it might have been is that it must have been one of those automatic start cars, and someone probably left their keys in it, and they happened to pick the right car. But it wasn't even the same make or model, Carrie.
Yeah.
I drive like a big SUV. It would be like me getting in a minivan and being like, okay, guys, let's go.
I try to get in the wrong cars all the time, and then I get mad, like, why doesn't my keys work? And then I like try to duck around. Yeah, because I have just like a bland white car. So I'm like looking around like, did anybody see me try to like jack this car?
Oh, nice. And you're military. So you're like, oh yeah, nothing to see here.
Exactly. I'm like, you can't see me. I'm in camo.
Oh my God. So how's your PT testing go for Air Force? My badass Air Force girl.
It's so sucking. I took my time today because I was talking to the girl at work and we were like trying to take all the points system and try to compute what's like my maximum time because she had the same issue. So we computed how fast I have to do the laps and stuff. So I'm gonna test actually tonight after we get off because it won't be as hot and it'll be dark. And but I am not an attractive runner. Like I give it, how like you'll be running or you drive and you see people running on the side of the road.
Yes.
There's some people that I really have to give it to them for getting out there. Like I really, really do. Like I'm not, there's like either really cute runners or there's runners that you can tell they're trying to learn how to run. And I'm like, they're braver than me. Like I give them so much credit.
Like the people who have just like that easy, relaxed shoulder jog, but they're like going fast. I'm like, God damn it. I look like, I don't even want to know what I look like when I run, to be honest.
Oh, I look like a toddler. Like I don't, I really do. Like I can barely bend my knees. I'm shuffling along. My daughter like outruns me just by walking fast next to me. Like I just need my walker in front of me and I'm set.
No, I try to, if I'm running on a treadmill in the gym, I try to never look in the mirror because I'm never looking like what I think. I always look just like I'm doing a slow, like that one character in Monsters, Inc., like the squishy guy when he's running through the haunted house or whatever it is, when they're throwing things at him. That's what I look like when I'm running. But I think I look like FloJo, I'm like, yeah. So I tried this new app out. It was, I think I was telling you about it, called Zones. So I tried it out today and I totally have been working out in my like high range of cardio, like almost to maximum heart range. Because to me, it's like, if you're not sweating your ass off, you're not working out, right?
Yeah.
Like I could never do yoga or anything. I just don't feel like I'm doing it. And I have to tell you, I totally had to slow myself down and bring my heart rate down into that fat burning range. But I don't know if I should trust it or not, because it's still like my head just tells me you should totally be pushing yourself.
I think you should Google it because whatever you Google will tell you the truth.
That's true. Google always has the facts.
Exactly. But no, I think you should really look it up or consult your doctor and find out get a second opinion.
Look at you, responsible podcaster. Consult your doctor or physician.
Or Kim from People Are Wild. Maybe she knows.
Yeah, that's good. Or Dr. Drew.
But she would probably give you a song list to go along with your run.
That's
that
true.
would probably have like Fergie and Boyz II Men on it.
Yeah, she's got some good songs. It's so funny whenever I think of Dr. Drew, I always think of him in his Loveline days when he'd come on and be like, Dr. Drew, board certified addiction medicine specialist. Did you listen to Loveline?
Yeah, I did. I remember it back in the day. It was crazy.
My sister and I used to put it on like the quietest or stereo. You know, back in the day, you'd like tune it in. I remember it was 103.5. And then I think it went to 105.9 here in Chicago. And we turned it super, super low because that was like risque stuff to be listening to as a teenager. So we didn't want my mom to hear.
All the sex ed.
Oh, yeah. And that's where Dr. Drew would talk about like the baby voice.
That's what you thought I had. You thought I had that going.
No, you don't really have baby voice. You just have a younger voice. It's better than I don't smoke and I sound like I have like emphysema. So
imagine how we're going to be like when we're on the Golden Girls.
Oh, God.
I'm going to be like Rose and you're going to be like B. Arthur.
You know what? If God willing, I make it to my 70s, I'm going to say my 70th birthday. If I make it, I'm just going to say, fuck it. And I will be that lady at the gym with my vodka tonic in my little plastic cup and a straw, just having a grand old time. At that point, I feel like you deserve it.
With leg warmers.
No, I sweat too much.
You don't have leg warmers? They soak the sweat.
Ew, no. I don't like, no. What do you wear to work out?
What do I wear? I just wear tight pants. I try to do tight pants. I've been getting out of the yoga pants because I noticed that they're just not, that's not proper running gear. I've noticed because I've been checking out the other ladies.
Right.
And then I've been wearing like t-shirts that are supposed to soak up the sweat. But I noticed I've been sweating so much because I'm in DC, so it's very humid here. And I've noticed that I am that embarrassing woman pulling up my shirt to wipe my face off. And granted, I'm wearing like a sports bra, but like my big old white belly, like untoned, is like hanging out. Like I am turning into that woman that my kids are like, Mom, don't do that, not here, kind of thing.
No, see, there I would be, if I were to drive by and see you, I'd be like, get it, girl. Like, good for you. You're out here. You're doing it. You flaunt whatever the hell you have.
I know. I'm so inspired when I see other women. Like I saw a chick yesterday with a stroller, and it wasn't even a running stroller. It was like a straight up regular stroller out there running, and it was hot. And where I'm running right now, it's like swampy. So I'm swallowing enough gnats that I feel like I must be getting a protein shake here. Yeah. And they're your nose. They're, the mosquitoes are biting my arms. I'm thinking, thank God I got my yellow fever shot and all that. And I think, do you get yellow fever from mosquitoes? I know you get malaria. Okay, at least I'm good for malaria. I won't get malaria. But so it's pretty, as soon as I see them, I'm like, I gotta run. If she can do it, I can do it. Those are the ones that I get the most inspired by, besides my WWE Total Divas.
Oh, yeah, you and your wrestlers. You know what, though? Do you remember those days having babies in the strollers? That moms out there, God love you. The stroller stage is so hard.
Do you know, one of my coworkers today, she told me she was pregnant. She's like, you missed our announcement yesterday. If you hear a background noise, that's Mike and Grant coming in with their motorcycles, by the way. So
motorcycles.
They both have motorcycles, so they're really loud when they come in. And I swear they do it just to like even make it louder, like some alpha thing. I don't know.
Do you do like little biker chick fantasies?
No, he was trying to get me to go on. I'm like, no, I'm good. But like, what do women do to like fluff their motors? Like, we don't have our thing that we do.
No, we're just like, oh, excuse me, coming in.
Yeah, exactly. We're not out there like, yeah, let me swish that coat or tail feathers or whatever.
We would turn it off when we would see the mom on the block with the stroller, be like, I'll just turn my bike off and just scoot it down. We don't want to wake the baby. Excuse
exactly.
me.
And I don't want them thinking I'm being too showy. But the girl at work, this was what's sad. So the girl at work tells me at work that she is pregnant. And I kind of saw the book on her desk, and it's the same book they gave me like 12 years ago when I went to a military hospital. And first of all, I saw it and I was like, she's probably pregnant. And I don't even feel a tinge of jealousy. Like, I don't feel a tinge of like, oh, I wish that was me. Like, I think I'm truly past that stage. And 2, I was thinking to myself, it's pretty sad. She has to give me a 15-minute like explanation of how it wasn't a planned pregnancy because she was worried about how it was going to impact what the commanders would think about her pregnancy and how she has, have you ever heard of polycystic? PCOS?
Yes.
She has that, and my sister has that. And my sister my mom asked me if I'd do surrogacy for her a couple of years ago. And so I was like, listen, if you got pregnant and you've only had your period like 4 times in 1 year and you didn't have to take any medication to get pregnant, I said, this is an act of God, an act of whatever. Like, the universe is telling you to have this baby. Like, you don't have to tell me or explain to me that it was unplanned. Like, I'm just happy for you. Like, I just felt bad that she felt like she had to give me a 15-minute explanation.
Yeah, no, she should just be happy about it.
Yeah. But that's just the way people are at work. That's just the way people are. I don't know if,
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes working moms, like if you have, like, I remember Bailey was unplanned and I felt like kind of embarrassed going into my boss too and be like, hey, it was, not planned.
Right.
Because
part of it still, I feel like when I told my parents I was pregnant, even though I was married for years, totally, I was like, oh my God.
Me too.
Yeah, it's just a weird feeling.
That I had like sex or something.
I know. Yeah, it's very bizarre. I still
Did
feel
I ever
that way.
tell you about the time Kieran asked me if I was having sex?
Mm-mm.
He was like 11 or 12, something. He was young, and we're in the pharmacy, and he goes, Mom, I was thinking about this. And he would always do it and like ask me questions in places I couldn't run away. And he goes, I was thinking about it. Are you having sex? Because I'm thinking you probably had sex at least 3 times because of me and the girls, but like, promise me you're never going to have sex again. Like, I don't want to think about you ever having sex. And at the time I was going through a divorce, I'm like, honey, believe me and Dad are not having sex. No need to worry there, buddy. But he wanted me to like pledge to him that I would not have sex.
Oh, you're like, if you pledge to me that you won't, we'll make a deal together.
Yeah, let's do a celibacy pact.
Oh my God. See, I haven't gotten to that stage because my kids are just 8 and 9 and I'm terrified. I don't want them to know anything. I want them to stay
I have
just
trouble with
innocent.
my kids' periods. Just wait until they start having like bodily things like that. And you're trying not to like weird yourself out trying to explain like taking care of that stuff.
Oh God, that already scares me. My fear I always wanted a boy. I always wanted a girl too, whatever, healthy babies, blah, 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 all the stuff you're supposed to say. So when I found out we were having Charlie, my first concern, I remember going home and telling Dave, I'm like, oh my God, one day he's going to like jack off in his room. Like, I'm going to have a boy that's like doing that.
I told you about with Kieran. I told you the story with the self-love with Kieran, right?
Oh God, no.
He asked me if I masturbated.
Carrie.
Yeah. And I wonder why we're in therapy for lack of boundaries.
Like, you took my breath away. Are you kidding me?
So he was in that health class, whatever they call that health class now. It's not called health anymore, but we're driving to West Point to go to the doctor, so I can't run away because he likes to launch into it. And he goes, so I said, how was school today? And he's told me about that class. And he goes, I said, so what'd they talk about? He goes, masturbation. So I'm like, all right, I've been prepping my whole life for this conversation. I'm going to be like the young, cool, hip mom. I'm not going to make it weird. I'm going to make him feel like he can come and talk to me, the whole thing, yada, yada,
Right.
And so then I said, which sometimes I'm like, I just wish it was the 80s again, where you got your sex ed on the bus and, for your friends. So Kieran goes, I said, so if you ever decide to practice self-love, I said, it's completely natural.
I'm giggling. I can't even get through this.
It's completely natural. I'm like, and just make sure that you wash your hands afterwards.
Okay, stop it.
Because he liked to touch my face, and
Stop it.
And don't leave any evidence. I said, like socks or anything around your room.
Oh my God.
And then he goes, well, do you practice self-love? I almost drove in the ditch. And I was like trying to recover real quick because it went from like, oh, my mom's so cool to ew, my mom touches herself.
Oh my
God. I was like,
no,
but if I did, it would be completely natural.
God.
And then later on, he found my Juan Carlos toy and he threw it out on me a couple years later.
Juan Carlos toy. Okay, Carrie, I went to Catholic school for 8 years and I never got the talk. So you just gave it to me right now. Juan Carlos toy.
Yeah, I got like a gift at like my divorce party.
Oh, like a sex toy.
Yeah, and he found it. And because he liked to go through my stuff, because I would take away his stuff as punishment, so he would go through my stuff. Again, I learned to have locks, because your first one's always the practice one. That's the one you're going to run up the most, therapy bills for.
Oh, shit.
And so then he found, the penis pasta, the whole thing, like the little bag of tricks, the little, whatever, in the closet. And he must have thrown it out, but I could tell like my stuff looked a little bit whatever. But so I was like asking my friends, I was like, have you seen Juan Carlos? Have you seen like my stuff? Had a party at my house. So I'm like, who would like have my friends like 5-finger discount this? You know what I mean? Like, Is there like a klepto in the house? You know what I mean? Like, not that I thought that they would, but maybe they thought it was a joke and misplaced it or whatever, whatever. Because I did Who's Naughty or Nice Christmas party. We had a stripper come.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to have to hear about that because I can't do strippers.
Oh, that was really, I learned a lot because we were going into it scientifically. Like, we had questions, Because I was there with, like, people that are, like, doctors and lawyers and decorators. So we had legit questions, you know what I mean? Like, and if you are a stripper out there and you're a dude, you should probably shave your legs. Like, don't, like, do the half shave where it's, like, growing in and it's prickly. Like, it's not... But
well, first of all, if you're a dude and you're a stripper, I don't know why you're listening to Moms on the Rocks. That's your first problem.
We're personal trainers.
Okay. Well, hi, stripper.
Stripper Dan. Like we got Scuba Steve, Stripper Dan.
Mr. Stripper.
So then,
so
then I had to call my friend, and then I was like, Kieran, did you go through my closet or something? And he's like, yes. And I was so disgusted. I'm so disappointed in you. He's like texting me. I said, well, that was a gift. He's like, oh, okay, well, that's what I thought because I know you would never have anything like that.
And how old was he?
He was like 14.
Oh my God. So where did he have it?
There was no boundary. Like I really learned because I would never go through my parents' stuff and I struggled to go through his stuff. Now I like go through his stuff because I have to. But at that time it was uncomfortable. Like I didn't like going into his stuff. So I never thought he would compromise my privacy.
Right. Did he give it back to you?
No, he put it down the garbage chute. I lived in the 4th story, like penthouse thing, and he put it down the garbage chute.
Oh,
so the garbage man probably had a field day with my stuff.
Oh, the shit they probably see. Now, this stripper, real quick.
You're like, back to the stripper.
What was his costume?
Okay, so get this. All right, I'll tell you the experience. So it was a Who's a Naughty or Nice Christmas. So all the gifts were naughty or they were nice. And so it was like, there was some embarrassment when you were getting like, some naughty stuff. Okay.
I couldn't deal. Okay.
And then we even had drinks. All the cocktails were nice names or naughty names.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So it was like we were all dressed up. It was really classy until the stripper comes. So you go on a website and we got to pick the 3 strippers we'd want. Well, I think they're catfishing because none of them showed up. And one guy, though, had pictures on there, and I recognized it from, like, Match.com. Like, he used the same pictures on there as he was on Match.com.
Ooh. Okay. So what was his costume?
He looked like a businessman, kind of. And then he takes off his, like, business clothes, and he leaves on his shoes because I guess, evidently, like, feet are not sexy. And he's wearing, like, a Speedo. And he said that he had like another gig after us, but he said that we were like the funnest. But so then he said for the first time, because we were fun, there's like 15 of us. Yeah.
He says that
he took
to all
out
the girls.
his stuff and it was swinging in the rain. And we're all like, oh, like we're having fun with each other dancing. After the first 5 minutes, we're like, okay, let's just have fun with each other and dance. Like we're like already over him. So we're like, okay, you can leave now.
He's just swinging his little dingle dangle around.
Yeah, I have pictures. And there was like stripper money like all over my carpet. Like there was like, yeah, there was sweaty cash all over my carpet.
Yeah, I'm not really into the stripper thing. Cannot do it. No, thank you.
We can say we did it. You know, like who has a Christmas party with a stripper? We were wild and crazy girls.
Carrie, our Air Force Carrie does. America's finest.
I'm right up there with Stripper Dan and Scuba Steve.
Home of the brave, land of the free. Right here.
So I take it when you come here, we're not going to Secrets then.
Is that a strip club? You have no idea how naive I am. I mean, Catholic school.
I could totally get you to go. Now I'm gonna surprise you. Mm-hmm.
No, like Catholic school messed me up.
Oh, but that's the point of it, is that you feel guilty ahead of time and you repent ahead of time. You're always forgiven and you already feel guilt. So you've already done the guilt. Now you can do the crime and then you repent and you get forgiven after.
Yeah, but okay,
It's a perfect cycle of sin.
Did I ever tell you what I thought 69 was until my sophomore year of college?
No.
Okay, so this is not as bad as this next one, but I thought 69 was like a band. Like, because I would see it like carved into desks or written into textbooks. And I was like, God, people are really into this 69 band. It must be like some grunge Pearl Jam thing. And it wasn't until, I'd say probably somewhere in the midst of the high school years, probably like sophomore, junior year. You know what I thought oral sex was?
What?
I thought it was just like talking dirty, like talking about sex. I'm
believing more and more that people were trying to get you with the 5 and 2 now.
No, I had no idea. I totally was like, oral sex, like mouth, like talking about sex. And then I don't even remember how I found out or who told me, but I was like, oh my God. Like my mind was blown. I was so naive.
I thought Dirty Dancing was where she had a toothache and that's why she couldn't perform. I did not know.
Oh, yeah, I just thought she had like a little like tummy ache, like a little stomach flu.
Yeah. I had no idea.
You know what? That's good parenting or bad parenting. I don't know, but
no, I was really naive too. So, and like obviously I am when it comes to my son, because I was trying to have conversations of self-love and didn't realize a teenager would actually go through a mother's closet. I just,
See, that's why you're here. You're here teaching me these things. Now I know. Lock it up, lock it down.
They're nosy. There's always that kid that's too nosy. There is always that kid that's very nosy. You know what I mean? The ones that are snooping at Christmas are probably snooping in their parents' drawers looking for Playboys.
Ew, yucky. All right, well, what are you going to be looking forward to this week? What's your goal for the soul this week?
I'm not going to say running again because that's just getting lame. I feel lame when I'm even doing it. So my goal this week is to send Jodie some new underwear.
Okay.
I have a mission now.
Extra large minimum.
Okay.
What is my goal for the soul? My goal for the soul is I'm going to be really realistic here. I'm just like most women our age who are super hard on themselves. I'm going to try to go just 2 days without looking at myself in the mirror and finding something to be pissed off or finding fault about myself. I'm just going to try 2 days, 48 hours. And if I could get past that, I'll do one more day. I got to try to be more positive, getting it better, like secreting, Oprahing it out to the universe.
Do you have this prepared?
No, I swear to God, I don't.
You just did that one off the...
Yeah, no, I do.
So your improv classes are working.
I don't know about that, but no, I was thinking about it today when I was working out because I was like looking in the mirror. I'm like, I think I'm not that ginormous. And I was like, you know what? I got to start saying that stuff to myself instead of finding the things that I don't like. Just try not even to think about anything. Just be like, oh yeah, my hair's up, move on. So that's my goal.
See, I had that too today until Mike told me, well, you're not giving up, are you? Thank you for keeping me in check.
Oh,
don't forget, where can they find you, Miss Jodie?
Oh, that's right. You can find me. You can download RealiTV Podcast. Oh, let's see, what am I recapping now? 90 Day Fiance, Teen Mom 2, probably some Southern Charm, all that kind of good stuff. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, I'm at RealiTV Pod. How about you, Carrie? Where can we go and stalk you down?
You can find me at Sipshine Pod at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I do histories, mysteries, scandals, little vintagey true crime. I have an episode coming up with a Children of God cult member. And I have an author of the Colonial Highway Murders in Virginia. And they were originally featured on Unsolved Mysteries, but there was a serial killer haunting that corridor.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and what they would do is a lot of times the women would break down on the side of the road, or they would kill them in couples.
Ooh. So if you like true crime history, and all of your Instagram stuff is so stinking cute. So go check Carrie out. Check her out.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm like I said before, I'm like, you're truly the star. I just want to be your little sidekick. I'll be your little Robin.
Shut up. No, we're friends. Okay. All right. Until next time, let's just stay being moms on the rocks.
Yeah, later, Batman.
All right. Cheers. Bye.